Good morning, you guys. It is Sunday, February 18th. It is 8:03 a.m. And I have to be honest, I don't even know if I talked to y'all yesterday. I really don't even remember. I spent the majority of the day sleep. On medication, sleep. Medication that makes you sleepy. I just put the drops in my eyes, y'all. Mind you, I woke up with a headache. I put the drops in my eyes, and then I guess maybe because they cold, they kind of hurt. Made my eye hurt, my head right up in here hurt. I honestly think because the eye drops were cold. But I just want to give y'all an update as to what I'm looking like. I haven't done anything yet. I'm just up. This towel is so freaking cold. I have the window open because I don't know, like fresh air. I get so hot off and on throughout the night, and then my house don't smell like peaches and cream, roses and strawberries. No, they don't smell like that. They smell like cigarette. Like I said, everybody smokes. In the building, outside the building, around the building, under the building, over the building, This is so cold, and I hate the fact that it is, but what can I do? I guess it's helping a bit. But yeah, it's honest to say that I will not be going to church today. I'm just gonna continue to just rest. Like I said, I haven't done anything really. I got up momentarily yesterday to just do a walkthrough and clean up a little bit. I took a bath about 6 times yesterday, where I actually would take this chair, this stool, this stool, which would have my computer, my tablet, the phones sitting on it, my chapstick, my inhaler, my water. I would take that in the bathroom with me, and while I'm sitting in the hot water, I would, be watching whatever program I was watching or whatever. Since Friday, I started to watch, on Netflix, is called Resident Alien. I actually liked it. I thought it was cute. I binged watched it up until yesterday. I think it's just 2 seasons, but obviously it's going to be another one. It's really good. I like it. I like the storyline. It keeps you guessing and trying to figure stuff out. But at the same time, I just don't like when stuff don't overdo it. Right? When you have different series and episodes of something that could have just simply been a movie and be done with. I'm going to go and get in the tub again because I want to soak my head, my whole face in some hot water, okay? Yesterday, like I said, I kept getting in the bath, hot tub of water, just to, relax myself. For meditation purposes, but then I didn't stay in long either time because then I would get too hot, and it was like, I would just be like, I'm just ready to get out, only to end up right back in there an hour or 2 later, because my body, y'all, is just so sore. Let me look at this cat. I don't know. It's just a cold. I don't know what it is, but it helps soothe me. That's all I can say. It's maybe some type of coping mechanism. I don't know. But the Benadryl, these little pills, and she said they would make you sleepy. So that's probably the reason why I've been sleeping. I've been taking the Excedrin for the headaches, and then of course my eye drops, and that's it really, because I don't want to overdo anything, and I don't need anything else, honestly. Just been keeping a cold towel in my eyes to try to bring down the swelling and the blackness and all that. I guess from purple from not sleeping, and just from my face being irritated in general. When I went to the doctor, she was looking at my face. She was like, "Oh yeah." She said, "Did you touch something? Did you get irritated?" I was like, "I don't know." I don't know. It's been like this for a while. Just like all of a sudden, my face breaks out, and it's like, why? I've done nothing, absolutely nothing different than what I've always done. I honestly don't know what the cause is. But like I said, all of this has gotten better. It's just up here now, you know. Oh, my head. And the fact that it's irritating is constantly causing me to, you know, constantly rub, try not to scratch my face, but constantly rubbing it. And when I get out of the tub, my face gets so dry that I feel like it's cracking, like it's horribly uncomfortable type of dry. So obviously then I have to put something on it. So I try to just let it, I try to deal with it as long as I can. But when you can't even smile or move your face because it's cracking because it's so dry, then it's like, okay, let me go ahead and put something on it, which is that medicated cream. I've been eating chicken noodle soup basically. Just hadn't felt like cooking, and I think we didn't cook just about everything in there. So definitely have to go to the grocery store at some point. But yeah. So when I got through watching, when I finished Resident Alien, when I finished that, I stumbled upon Mortal Engines, which is on Prime, and it's actually a movie. It's not, series or anything like that. And so I've been trying to watch that. It's starting off pretty good here. I've had to rewind it 3 times. First time was because I decided to go get in the bath and watch it in the bath, and I realized I couldn't find it, and I realized, oh, wait a minute, that's because it's on Prime. The other picture was on Netflix. So then I had to go and pull it up on Prime. The first time I pulled it up, it wouldn't let me watch it. But I finally got it to work. So, and I realized that the guy in here, I kept trying to think, where have I seen this man before? And he's the guy, I believe, that played Joker with Harley Quinn. I'm talking about the cool Joker with the white hair. I really like him. And another Joker that I love was the one that passed away. He was really good. But anyway, he passed away in real life. Yeah, I had to rewind it twice yesterday because, like I said, it got in the bath twice. And then I fell asleep. I kept falling asleep. And so I got up this morning and I replayed it and forwarded it back up to where I left off, where I obviously fell asleep at twice. So it's paused now because I was gonna go and get in the bath, but I changed my mind. Oh, I forgot, you guys. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Hey. Ho. Hey. Ho. Happy Sunday. I should have said that in the beginning. Forgot. No, it was running. Yeah, I have old Chapo sitting right behind me. Well, in front of me. Just being Chapo. He was really funny. I was telling my daughter, of the girls came by yesterday. Well, they came by Friday night. Yeah, Friday night. And, you know, I told her I didn't want them in the room or nowhere around me because the doctor told me when I started using the eye drops, wait 24 hours. After 24 hours, I wouldn't be contagious. And it wasn't even just the pink eye. Wasn't even just my eyes, just me being sick in general. I didn't want them to get sick. So I'm laying in here and I heard the little one. You don't hear the other two when they first come through the door. You hear the little one, Yamashina. Now she's not saying grandma. She trying to say grandma, I guess, but that's not what's coming out. I think she just said it so long to that's her way of saying grandma Sheena. And I can't remember what exactly this child is saying. I know she's saying Yamashina, something Sheena. That sounds almost like grandma, but you know that's not what she's saying. So that's the first thing I hear through the door when coming through the door. Yamashina. I was like, Maybe half hour later, I'm hearing the little knob on my door turn. I'm trying to figure out, okay, which one it's going to be. And it's the little one. She came through the door first. And then the oldest one followed suit. And then the middle one came through last. They was all boom, boom, boom. And I was like, stand over there. You sick? Yamashina? I said, And what the middle one said something about my eyes. It was funny. I can't even remember. It's your eyes, your head. Something she said. I was like, yeah, see? But the oldest was like, look, I drew you a picture. I drew a bunch of them. I hung some on the refrigerator already. I was like, okay, cool. She put it on a little box for me. I said, okay, when Grandma Sheena feel better, let me get some clear tape. Hang it on the door with the rest of them. She's like, why are you hanging on the door? I said, because I want the world to see my beautiful pictures. She's like, oh. And so I told her what I would probably do is get a mural. Probably get one board and put all the pictures nicely on the board and place them on the refrigerator nice and pretty and neat. That's what I think I'm going to do. Or like a little mural, because that's what they do. They come over and they immediately, start drawing me pictures and things like that. Beautiful little pictures. So then she put that down and then they left. And they was gone. And then Saturday morning they came in. I was like, well, how did y'all sleep? They just piled in here so quick. I was like, okay, stay a distance from me. They wanted to show me their stuffed animals and ask me questions, and we talked about school. But it was funny because I was laying here in the bed and Chapo was sitting right here on my chest. He was laying down. And the door opened and it was the little one first, right? And she stood there and she looked at Chapo, and Chapo looked at her, and she looked at Chapo, and Chapo looked at her. It was the funniest thing. Nobody moved, right? They were just looking at each other for a minute, and then all of a sudden Chapo took off. I jumped up under that bed, y'all, so fast. And she's like, Grandma, see what Chapo? I said, yeah. I said, he running from you. He running from you. And it's funny because, sorry about that, y'all. Ain't no way he can go but under the bed, right? And they look down there and he Chapo under the bed. The Chapo, meow meow Chapo. He ain't moved, didn't budge, didn't say nothing, just was like. So I leaned over. I looked over under the bed and Chapo was to the furthest end where they couldn't reach him, and he was just like this, looking, had his little back up a little bit. You can see the little fur standing up on his back a little bit, looking at it. I said, yeah. She said, can I just go up under there and grab him? I said, no, don't grab him. I said, he might fight you. I said, he might grab you back. And Chapo was like, I told y'all I'm retired. Y'all and these kids, y'all better leave keep these kids away. Chapo was like, I'm not playing. As long as his kids in his house, I'm under this bed. And that's exactly where he stayed. Even after they left and the door shut, Chapo didn't come out from under there. Chapo didn't come out from under the bed until them kids left. Until they left. And even then, he went to the door and he stood there. He wouldn't go through the door. He just stood there and he kept looking back at me. I had to, before they left, I had to have the oldest one, because I got up to straighten up a little bit. I had the oldest one go get his bowl, put food in it, and bring it in here and put it under the bed, because I knew he was hungry, because I know what he does in the morning. Sorry, y'all, my throat hurt. My throat itches. I know how he moves. But because them kids was in here, Chapo was like, I'm not going in there. So she brought him the bowl, put it on the bed, and she left. And so when they did leave, I'm sitting here and I'm watching Chapo. He's like, did they leave? So I get up and I go in the kitchen and he's behind me. But the minute I get to that door, he wouldn't come through the door. He was like, no. Like, he was very hesitant. So I had to come pick him up and take him in the kitchen and put him down and let him know there's nobody here. There's nobody here. Chapo was not playing. He said, I told y'all, I'm not dealing with no cheering. I put him down, and Chapo ran his butt right back in here. And then I think that's when he realized, in the process of running back in here, that there was nobody in here. There was nobody in the house. He didn't run into nobody. Or see or smell anybody. So that's when he came on out like, okay, ain't nobody here. It's just the funniest thing to me. Just the funniest thing. Chapo says, I am retired. Stop playing with me with these kids. Yeah. I took some of the messy ones down and rebraided. I know I still look a little rough. I didn't do anything with these, so of course my edges a little, where they grow and poked out at, so I have to fix that. That's another reason why I want to get in some hot water, because some of the braids that I took down and redid are a little tight, stiff. And then I have my Murray's Edge Control. I have to say I love this one the most. I like this one the most. It smells amazing and it holds good. It don't leave your hair white stuff dried up, and it just simply holds really good. So if I do go out or do anything, I could use that, but honestly I have no intentions of going out or doing anything. I asked Lavelle when he on his way back from taking the kids home to stop at my sister's, but he forgot to do it. He forgot. And I just went to sleep by the time I realized it was late, and I'm sure at that point she probably was like, okay, he ain't coming. He must have forgot. And she probably didn't even wait no way, because You know, Laville. But anyway, just wanted to take a moment to say to you guys good morning, just to check in, see how you're doing. Gave me a little heads up on me, how I'm doing. I was like, Mommy, why is it so cold in here? Why do you have it so cold? Aren't you cold? I was like, no. And that's why the door is shut. First of all, cold helps control, what is it? Purifies the air, I think. You know, like when you go to hospitals and things like that, it's cold. It helps with germs, you know, to control, I guess, the germs, kill the germs. Heat makes stuff manifest and grow like bacteria. I don't think too much bacteria grow when it's cold. You know, like, you know, running, when you got wet, you know, water areas where it's really wet and it's warm. That's where you got the most bacteria and bugs, and you know, that's how I look at that. And not to mention, like I said, my body temperature, I constantly go up and down. You know, 1 minute I'm cold, 1 minute I'm hot, you know, and then different smells I can't stand. So my only defense is to open the window. And if it's nice out, it's sometimes like, it's like I don't even have the window open. But since last night, it's been quite chilly, so I had the window all the way up, and I have recently shut it down some because I did get a bit chilly myself. And as a matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and pull it down a little bit now, because it feels good to some degree. But then when I get too chilly, you know, in and out the tub, my clothes might be a little wet. And my knees, see, my body is so sore. Jesus, my knees and things lock up on me. Like I said, I think this left knee needs a bit swollen. Stop biting at my feet. Everybody always ain't trying to play. Every time you move, that's code for him. Play. But yeah, Chapo, I said stop. Jeez. Man, why somebody got to swing at you all the time? He jumps right back up. Watch this. Yeah, that's what I thought. Man, I go for anything that's he done. Act like he don't know how to open the door when we know he know how. Anyway, guys, a little bit later, Lavelle's gonna help me. They sent that new Comcast box I showed y'all before. I have to go ahead and get it all set up. I was watching TV Friday night into Saturday, and twice I lost connection. I was like, okay, my bill is fine. What is going on? I was really aggravated by it. First time it happened, I immediately picked up the phone, called Comcast, and it say your service is cut off or there's an issue or anything like that. So that's how I really knew, well, whatever it is on my end. So eventually I just turned it off and back on, counted 30 seconds. It was fine. Then the next time it happened, the first time it happened, it did not say it wasn't connected. But the next time it happened, it says not connected. I noticed a lot of stuff wasn't connected. I turned it all back on, reset, it wouldn't work. So I was like, okay, obviously something's wrong. It's late at night, everybody sleeps. So I get up and I go in the living room. And I turn the lights on. I'm like, okay, so power is working. And I looked down, it was unplugged. I was like, why? Why? And I was like, Lavelle. And Saturday morning, I was like, I plugged it back up. I was like, Lavelle, did you by chance? He was like, probably. I was like, stop unplugging shit. Everything that I have plugged up is plugged up for a reason, right? Behind the couch, I have a white cord, which I have it here right now. But, so when you want to charge up your phones and things like that, it's convenient. It's right here. It's right there. And it's convenient, and it's not displeasing to look at, put it that way. That's, so let's try to stick with it. It's just in a convenient position. Most of the time I'm sitting on the couch and watching movies or whatever, something's dying or need to be charged, I can pull it right through, let it charge, and continue doing what I'm doing. So there's always a reason for what may be to you madness, when in actuality it's just some sort of control. That's just me. To someone else it may be, oh, she's picky, or she's too this, or she's too that. It's just being as clean as you possibly can. None of us are perfect. But because we're not perfect, that don't mean make a mess, leave a mess. Or, I see something is on the floor, a piece of paper is on the floor. Well, it was there when I got there. Okay, understandable. Pick it up. It don't belong in the floor. Pick it up and put it in the garbage, If it's something that needs to go in the garbage. If it's something that fell off the counter or something, pick it up, put it back, I'm not saying that this is what people do. This is just my example as to why I'm constantly going around and cleaning, because I'm constantly seeing things. The bathroom, when I got up, because I've been sick, I'm constantly disinfecting, so, and this is something that I kind of do on a regular, and I always tell people, please, if it sounds like I'm in the bathroom when you come out, that's not, it's just a coincidence that I go in there and you just came out. I don't know whether somebody was in the bathroom or not. It's just me, when I go in and I have to pee, I have to pee. But if I feel like, okay, let me disinfect or this, that, and the other, I do it. And I don't know that somebody else was in there, and it may sound like to them like I'm being funny, but no, that's just me. I'm trying to make sure no one else gets sick. Because it's not a great feeling. Me having to take off on Thursday all day, and then mostly all day Friday, because I work just for 2 hours. I hate that. But I had no choice. I really tried. I was sitting there, and then I got to constantly coughing, and at times I coughed so hard that I was going to throw. I think about 2 or 3 times I dang near threw up. One time I did when I came back from the doctor's, and I had soup. But for some reason I got full really quick. I guess that was all the liquid. And that chicken noodle wanted to come up. Like it just, I was like, oh my God. I had to hurry up and lay down. Like, I just wanted to go ahead on and go to sleep. And it was a day I originally went. I wanted to get things over with. I started off, I called the number I had. It turns out it was not the correct number to call regarding my insurance plan. It was for surgeries, the numbers that you call if, some sort of surgery procedure needed to be scheduled or set up or checked to see if it was covered type of thing. So I ended up calling, it was another number that I had. I took a picture of. Anyway, I called. And I was frustrated because it was a back and forth. I answered it, and you're talking to animation, and that was frustrating. I want to talk to a live person, but to get a live person, I think I must have called about 5 or 6 times 5 or 6 times, because if they weren't giving me the options that I wanted, I didn't hear what I wanted. Then you would get an anime that goes, "Hi, my name is Jessica." And I'm thinking, when you call, they put you on, they say, "Okay, we're going to transfer you over." You're waiting, and then someone picks up. You think it's a live person, right? They pick up and go, "Hey, my name is Jessica. How you doing today?" And you respond. I go, "I'm doing fine." And they go, "Great." So, I'm like, this is a freaking machine. And I'm pressing 000. She just still talking. I was like, oh my God. So if you're over the age of 51, you will be eligible for some sort of bracelet, emergency bracelet. If you're over the age of 51, press 1. If not, press 2. Press 1, you go through this whole thing. I was like, oh my God. Hang up, call back, press 2. She gives you the same spiel. I was like, what's the purpose of giving a person an option if you're going to give them the same damn song and dance? Oh my God, y'all. I hung up and called back so many times before finally I got a young lady who gave me the correct number to call for my plan. Because I don't have the cards. I don't know what happened to my insurance card. And I do remember setting up my account, my password, all of that, username, all of that. But because I had never really used anything, when it came down to logging in, going in, this, that, and the other, the site that I was going into was different than what I needed to be in. Anyway, I went to the site. I forgot password, forgot username, all of that. Wrote it down, which I did then too, but like I said, I don't even remember where I put it. But she told me what to do, and that's what I did. She let me know that I had a $2,000 deductible. Just listening to her, and I told her, I was honest. I was like, everything you talking about sound like Chinese or some ancient, long forgotten language, and even reading it, it's like, oh, it's just annoying to me. My mind don't even want to focus on it because it's like, just make it plain, I have a $25 copay, out of, when you go to the doctor's office, So anyway, I was looking for providers near me. That's what I started to do, but I was like, 9 times out of 10, I'm not going to get anybody today. And I don't even have, no $25 copay and all of this. So what I ended up doing was, since I had to go to pick up my inhaler, it popped up on the screen like urgent care type of thing or mini clinic. I was like, well, let me see if my insurance will cover that. Sure enough, and everything you have to do computer. So I was going to set up an appointment, but I was like, well, since I'm going to go get my inhaler, why don't I just ask them when I get there, right? Because I don't want to go through all of that for no reason. And when I do get there, they were saying, the mini clinic is separate from us, but you have to go over there, da-da-da-da. So I did. And it tells you have to get on the scan. They had a little thing where you scan and set up an appointment, or you go to their little kiosk. I was like, I just have a freaking question. But I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and set up an appointment. It was 11:40 something, so I set up an appointment for, no, actually it was 11:30. I set up an appointment for 12. And I set up the appointment. I completed a little questionnaire. I did take a copy of my card, because at first I took a copy of the member ID number. I was like, why don't I just take a copy of the whole card? I did request a new card to be mailed to me. So when I got there, when I fill out all of the stuff, I was able to attach the copy of the card. And they were really quick too. They were right on it. 12 o'clock came. The nurse called me in the back. She checked the blood pressure. She said my blood pressure was a little high. She did the COVID test, and I've never had COVID. Never have I had COVID to my knowledge. Never. She checked for that. She had me do the swab. I'm glad she had me do it, because sometimes they just be, the right nose was not having it, though. The left nostril didn't bother me, but that right one was like, oh, it was so uncomfortable. And the nurse was sick. She wasn't even feeling well. But she got all this information from me and so on and so forth. And then I had to wait. My appointment was at 12, but it was already maybe 12:05. And she told me, she'll be with me shortly. Just because she was waiting on the results. They own it. My appointment was at 12. Don't get called back by 12 unless somebody was back there and it goes over a little bit. So the person that came after me, she ended up seeing before me because she wanted my results back. She was just waiting on my results. So my results came. I went in. I think I got in I don't know if y'all hear this cat, but he is running around here crazy. First standing up on his back. It was about 12:15 when she called me back. She checked me. She asked me a bunch of questions, so on and so forth. And she was telling me about there's another virus aside from the COVID virus. There's something else out there. I forget the name of it. She said it was, but she says this really ain't no joke. She said I can't tell you how many people I've seen just so far this morning. How many people who have come in here that she says just as weather, such as such. Anyway, so many people. While I was waiting, it was 1, 2, 3 or 4 people. It was 2 before me and 2 after me that were already sitting out there. When I left, it was so many people out there. I was like, oh my God, where did they come from? And she was really good. She was really good. It didn't take her long to, she checked me. She looked at my throat, this, that, the other, so on and so forth. And she prescribed everything that I needed. And when I went up to the window to give the girl, my papers and say, she was like, oh, yes, the doctor had already put everything in the system. She's like, She said it'd be about maybe 20 minutes. I'm like, okay. I'm looking around. My script, everything was ready before 20 minutes. Like, I'm actually literally thinking it's going to be 20 minutes or more. I go and I sit down, and I thought I heard the young lady call my name, but didn't nobody say anything, so I'm like, oh, maybe it's just in my head, because, I really was not 100% there. And so I went and I sat down for a while. Meantime, she was helping someone else. And then that's when she looked up and she saw me. She said, ma'am, your script is ready. I was like, oh. I said, I thought you said my name. She said, when I looked up, she said, it looked like you were sleeping. And I just left, I was like, no, I had sat down, yes. And I did kind of put my head down, but I wasn't sleeping. But anyway, got my medicine. And as I was leaving out, I was going to go to the dollar store right quick, get me some juices and stuff. And when I put my left turn signal on, I'm hearing the thing go tick real fast. And usually when it does that, that means my signal's not working. That light again. I'm like, oh, crap. And sure enough, I looked back, and there was a cop. Now, if I had kept going, I would have gotten pulled over because they would have been like, your light, And so when I noticed it, I had immediately, once I made that left turn, I immediately got to the right, and I put my hazard lights on, and I got out the car, and I looked back, and sure enough, that light was not on. So I let crack my windows so I don't lock myself out, just in case I get paranoid about that. Went in the back, got the bulb, and I said, the bulb was busted again. I'm like, why is this bulb busted? What is going on? So I had an extra bulb, and I went back there, but I could not figure out how to pull the freaking bulb out. Like, I had it open in my hand, but I couldn't pull it out of the socket, the thing. So I was like, you know what? I turned around, and I didn't even call my mechanic. I just went there. I was like, hopefully he's there. If I get there, he's not there, then on my way home, I'll stop at AutoZone and see if the guy would just please put it in. And so I get to the mechanic, and I thought I saw his truck, but it wasn't his. But anyway, I called, he picked up, and it was so funny. I'm sitting there, I was talking to him on the phone. I was like, you at the shop? He was like, well, he said, I'm waiting to go get my car, and da-da-da-da-da. And when I first called him, I was sitting toward the edge of the block, but I was finna go ahead and pull up and turn around because it sounded like he wasn't available. So I was gonna turn around. As I'm pulling up to turn around, he go, oh, there, you was right there. And I was like, what? He was getting out of the car, out of another car. I was like, oh wow. And so I told him what was going on. He said, that same boat? I said, yeah. And he got right on back there. It took him a minute, just like the last time, because he couldn't get it he got it through the hole, but it wouldn't lock. He got right on back there, and he got it. He fixed it. I was like, thank you so much, Mike. He was like, no problem, baby girl. He got right on it. I was so grateful. So grateful. So grateful. I was so grateful. It was just meant, everything just doop, doop, doop. And then I left from there and went on, since I was that way, I went on to Aldi's, and I got some cheese, some bread, soup, and juices. That was it. Came back. On my way back, I realized, oh, that's right, you were supposed to get contact solution. So I stopped at the Walgreens on the way back, because I didn't want to come back out. I had to get everything I wasn't going to do, but I was like, I stopped and I got the bottle of solution. The bottle of solution, contact solution, and I got some salt and sour chips. They were $2. They weren't good though. And I came home, and I've been home in the house in the bed ever since. Oh, sorry y'all. Oh, my glasses, y'all. I keep forgetting. I be having them on my head and be looking for them. Sorry. I be trying to. I can't keep up with everything. Cat, stop it. Alright, guys. Alright. I'm not trying to choke myself with this thing. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and end it here. Ooh, I just look so crazy, but it's life, it's reality. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and lay on back down, you guys. I'm going to try to get these videos out to y'all. I know my thing is just full. I'm trying to get it all done. A lot of it done today. I really am. My poor plant. The last one, when I first got it, it was 3 leaves. The last of the 3 original leaves is now dead. It's yellow and it's just limp, hanging. And I'm gonna have to go ahead and get rid of it, cut it off. Y'all can't see, but the rest of them are standing up so beautifully. I'm gonna have to put some more water. Oops. more water in there as well. So anyway, guys, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead here and talk to you guys later. Thank you so much for listening to me, hanging out with me. I appreciate it. And again, my eyes are a lot better, as you can see, than what they were. Not pink. They don't really want to open still, but it might just be because of the sun. I don't know, just the headache. I don't know. But it's a lot better than what it was. Alright, y'all. And I didn't even eat this morning. I had to eat to take that medicine, so I just had some chips. I just nibbled on the chips. The soup that I had yesterday, the cream of chicken that's in the windowsill, I didn't even finish it. Just everything's just making me feel sick. I just, So, I had some pink grapefruit juice in there. I had orange juice. I drank the orange juice. I drank that Friday and Saturday. I had a little bit of the pink grapefruit yesterday. But then I have Sprite for when I start really feeling nauseated. It's getting on my nerves. He keeps unplugging stuff. When I was trying to When I was trying to work Friday, I go in to turn everything on. Nothing was coming on. I was like, okay, what then just happened? Did a fuse blow? No, cat just unplugged. Messing with stuff to unplug the, not unplugged it, but stepped on the button and turned it off. That's what my dang scrunchie is. The cat got it. Can you bring me my scrunchie instead of playing with it and chewing on it? That's what he's been running around here. Anyway, guys. Have a great Sunday morning. Remember to say your prayers. Not just for your family, friends, and loved ones, but for all your brothers and sisters in Christ. Remember to treat people the way the Lord would. And expect great things, okay? Expect great things to happen to you, through you, and for you on today, you guys. I'm expecting great things. And I will say right now, a great thing that has happened is the fact that I'm feeling a lot better than I was. Okay, the coughing, it's pretty much stopped. And she said that medication would help with that, which did. I'm so grateful for that because it was just beginning to be too much. Chapo, man, come from over there. Go. I do have to keep going to pee, but that's because I keep drinking liquids. Just trying to stay hydrated because there are times when I feel dehydrated. So yeah. That's it. That's it. I'll try to follow up with you guys a little later today. But if I do not, be the Lord's will, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. And I hate the fact that my whole weekend was spent in bed. Wow. My sister texted me. She's sick. She wasn't going to make it to church. I obviously can't make it. And my dad, today is the day that he's supposed to give the word, and he's sick and can't make it. Wow. Ooh, Jesus. we gotta take care of ourselves, you know. When I cough, just right here, my head just like boom, boom. So you guys take it easy, enjoy your day. Yeah, pray for me, and I'll pray for you. All right. Talk to y'all later. Bye now.